You know, getting older, there are very, very few things in this world that still surprise me. If it came out that Elon Musk was just 10 giant rats all stacked up on each other inside of a human costume, I'd be like, yep, that tracks. Until I found out there is 9-year-olds on this platform that are making hundreds of millions of dollars. This is your first time joining me. Hello, it is nice to meet you. If you are coming back, I appreciate you. Sit down, grab a coffee, grab a tea, whatever's gonna comfort you, because we are gonna go deep. We're gonna go deep on this one. For those of you that have a life and don't know what YouTube Kids even is, I remember that life. It seems so long ago that I knew such peace and such bliss. What should I do my next video on? I should probably do something fun. Maybe there's some silly videos on that kids version of YouTube. Yeah, something fun with no politics or culture war, just some wholesome, goofy fun. I could use some laughs. So I sat down at my computer, ready to see what this is all about. And I immediately get this screen, not available in my country. So I guess kids in Canada are just relegated to normal YouTube. What kind of two-tier system is this? But it's no worries, because I have a VPN. Which brings us to today's, no. I'm just kidding. I got you though, didn't I? Oh, you really thought it was coming, didn't you? I could see it, don't lie. I could see it in your eyes. So like the expert hacker that I am, I flip on the old VPN, breeze right through the YouTube's anti-Canada security system, do a quick sign up, lie and say that I have a 7-year-old kid named Baby Bag, because if I did have a kid, that's exactly what I'd name them. And boom, I'm in. Immediately, one of the channels I'm suggested over and over again is this channel called Kids Diana Show. A channel with 113 million subscribers. Just to put that in perspective, that makes this the 5th largest channel on the platform. And I'm not talking just the YouTube Kids platform, I mean the entirety of YouTube. This channel has more subs than PewDiePie. And this, my friends, is where the rabbit hole truly begins. Did you know that 3 out of the top 10 largest channels on YouTube are channels that star kids? Wow, what a great life for these kids to be living. They look so happy and so loved. Come on, man, you know that's not true. Just do a little digging. I bet you'll find something depressing if you look hard enough. Well, I guess I am pretty curious about how much money these kids are making and where it all goes. Now, I'm just gonna mostly skip over all the work I put in trying to figure this out, because ooh-wee, is it ever hard to find out how much YouTubers are worth. That shit is locked down. I'm pretty sure the Pentagon takes notes on hiding funds from YouTubers, because my God. The most realistic list I could find was from this Insider article that estimated in 2019, when Diana had 30 million subs, that the channel made up to $44 million in a single year. Now, doing some quick math, 113 million subs is 3.7 times the amount of subscribers they had when they made $44 million a year. So times 44 million by 3.7 and you get $165 million a year. Okay, obviously this is just an estimation, so let's make it 100 million a year, which seems pretty reasonable for a channel with, hold on your hats for this one, a channel with 94 billion views. And we haven't even gotten to the good stuff yet. The most obvious question to ask after finding out that this literal child was most likely raking in close to, if not more than $100 million a year, is where the hell does all that money go? So first, we'll do a little backstory on the parents, just so you have a little bit of reference. The father, Vladimir, I'm bad at Russian names, used to be a programmer, and the mother, Olena, was a marketing manager for a construction company. By all means, not bad jobs at all. Apparently, they started the Kids Diana Show channel back in 2015 as a way of keeping video memories of their kids, who were 1 and 2 at the time. And by 2016, they had hit 1 million subscribers. It seems like somewhat sus to me that you could start a channel with the sole intent to have a place to store your family videos and just stumble into 1 million subs in a year. The internet The internet's a pretty weird place. I guess it's not impossible. Once they hit that million mark, the parents decided they could probably do this YouTube thing full time. And by 2018, they had reached 10 million subs. And all the while, the channel has been pulling in millions and millions of dollars every single year. So where does all that money go? Well, the parents are quoted saying this: they have set some of their YouTube earnings aside for their children so they can go to good universities after leaving school, and are also investing in real estate to protect their wealth. However, they said they don't have any specific plans for managing their earnings or the extent to which their children would be able to access these earnings in the future. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me just repeat that last part again in case you missed it. They don't have any specific plans for managing their earnings or the extent to which their children would be able to access these earnings in the future. So the parents are basically saying, yeah, we make buckets of money off our kids every single year, but we don't know if they'll even ever be able to see that money. These kids who are the face of the channel, who have been making content since the ages of 1 and 2, might never see a single dime of the money that they traded their childhoods for. I can hear you asking yourself, damn, that must be like illegal or something, right? No, it's not. Although there is laws to protect children in the entertainment industry from being robbed by their parents, there is no laws to protect the money made by children online. Because apparently 94 billion views isn't indicative of anyone being entertained. There's also no laws regarding the working conditions or hours a child can work under while creating online content. I'm not by any means saying that these parents are overworking or abusing their kids. I mean, I'm not saying it, but I'm not explicitly saying it. And Kids Diana Show isn't even the only channel that's this large. Channels like Vlad and Nikki that star two brothers who are 8 and 10 has recently passed 100 million subs. And Like Nastia, which stars a 9-year-old, has over 107 million subs. And I tried to find any solid information on how much these channels might be making and where that money might be going, but these families purposefully, I'm sure, stay tight-lipped about all of it. And I'd like to assume that it's to keep the children safe or something like that, but I feel like there's a good chance that there's a much more nefarious reason for hiding this information. And all of this is without even mentioning the emotional and psychological impacts that being this famous can have on a child. And yes, I'm about to go all, what about the children? Because like, being thrusted into the public eye to this extreme while their brains are still developing can have intensely negative ramifications for the rest of their lives. There can even be negative impacts for the kids just watching the content. A newly released NIH study has shown that kids with more than 2 hours of screen time a day score lower on language and thinking tests. And kids with more than 7 hours a day experienced thinning of the brain's cortex. You know, the part of the brain used for language, memory, reasoning, thought, learning, decision-making, emotional intelligence, and personality. Yeah, that part of the brain gets thinner, like physically more thin. The ramifications of this type of content on not only the kids who make it, but the millions of kids who are watching it cannot be understated. We are poised to have a generation where millions of people have reduced capabilities in almost every crucial aspect of society. While everyone is screaming about whether or not teachers should be able to talk about trans rights or being gay in schools, kids are just sitting in the corner on an iPad, literally having their brains rotted. What a ride. I started out just wanting to make a fun video on how silly the content is on YouTube Kids, and this is where I ended up. I don't know if that says more about my inability to have fun or more about how just under the surface of this online world we've created, there is a rotting, broken society that is just destined to eat itself alive way before we finally stop scrolling. I absolutely loved researching and making this video. I will definitely be making more like it in the future, so if you enjoyed it, please consider dropping a comment or liking or subscribing. You know, I'm still a very teeny tiny channel, so any engagement really helps me out a whole lot. Anyways, that's all. I love you guys dearly. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.